The village of Amawa is nestled in the lush rolling hills of central Nigeria. It is a small quiet community of just a few hundred people who live in clay houses with thatched roofs. The air is fresh and clean, and in the mornings you can hear the distant sounds of chicken clucking and people singing as they go about their daily chores. The focal point of the village is the open-air marketplace under the large shady mango trees. Villagers come daily to buy and sell handmade craft, fresh produce, roasted corn and other goods. The aroma of spices and cooked meat fill the marketplace. Elderly men gather to play games and chat while women in colorful dresses barter for the best prices. At dusk, people start heading home to rest after a long day's work. There's a sense of community and peacefulness in this little village. Though life is simple, the villagers are very happy and always willing to welcome strangers into their midst. On the far side of the rolling hills lies a thick dark forest that the villagers simply called the Forbidden Place. This forest was full of tall trees, their branches touching the sky. It was also so mysterious that people hardly ever went near it. The air around the forest smelled sweet, but it was also very scary. According to village lore, many generations ago, an ancient shrine dedicated to primordial gods lay hidden in the heart of the forest, but it was abandoned and reclaimed by nature after the villagers adopted new religious beliefs. The old gods were angry at being forgotten and cast a curse on the forest. Strange noises, shrieks, and wailing cries could sometimes be heard coming from within the trees at night. Those few bold or foolish enough to enter never returned. It is believed that they were snatched by cursed spirits. The village elders warn that a terrible fate awaits anyone who dares to enter the cursed wood. The villagers remain wary of the forbidden place, leaving offerings and prayers to the old gods at the carved stone statue on the outskirts. But deep in the primordial forest, the ancient shrine remains swallowed up, hidden and protected by wrathful spirits who dwell there, ensuring its mysteries will never be revealed. In this village lived Ada and Chidi, who were the most daring and adventurous girls. They were fast friends and loved going on secret exploits in the hills around the village. Ada was tall and bold, while Chidi was quick-witted and mischievous. Together, they made an unstoppable pair. The girls had heard the warnings about the forbidden place many times, but they fancied themselves immortal and were not easily frightened. They were emboldened by their previous successful adventures, exploring caves, climbing bluffs, and even venturing the outskirts of the forest. They decided they would be the first ones to reveal the forest secrets. One sunny morning, when all the villagers were busy with their chores, Ada and Chidi gathered their forage food, flashlight, and hunting knife. They trekked over the hills, reached the imposing forest edge, took a deep breath, and plunged into the shadows between the trees. At the forest edge, Chidi hesitated, her eyes reflecting the caution of the village elders. But Ada, what if the stories are true? What if strange things happen there? Ada, undeterred, reassured her friend. Come on, Chidi. Don't let the story scare you. Think of the incredible adventures waiting for us. At first, they felt happy as they walked deeper into areas unknown to living people. But soon, the canopy blocked out all sunlight. Strange sounds echoed around them. Wails, breaking branches, flapping wings. The ominous feeling grew heavier with each step. Chidi, with her voice trembling, eyes wide with fear, clutched her friend's arm. Did you hear that, Ada? I think we should go back. Ada, dismissive as ever, rolled her eyes. You are hearing things. Keep walking. You need to find what's hidden in these woods. Then they reached the foggy part of the forest floor and became disoriented. No matter which way they went, they felt as if they were going in circles. An unnatural coldness seeped into their bones. They huddled together, knives drawn, jumping at every little noise. Night was falling when a screeching cry rang out, seeming to come from everywhere at once. The girls panicked and ran blindly through the mist, smashing into trees, their clothes snagging on branches. Finally, they could run no more, collapsing in exhaustion. As darkness engulfed the forest, sinister noises surrounded them, and then silence. Out of nowhere, a ghostly figure appeared. It was like a spirit with eyes that sparkled like stars. The spirit said, "Ada and Chidi, you can enter the special place. Now, you'll be part of the sorrow's story for a long time." Sadly, the girls were entrapped in the mysterious forest, not knowing their way out. When the girls did not return the next day, search parties went looking but could not even find the entrance to the forbidden place. The villagers whispered that, like others before them, Ada and Chidi had been doomed the moment they crossed into the cursed forest. None who braved the peril ever found their way back again. Ada and Chidi's parents were devastated when their bold, vibrant daughters never returned from their unauthorized adventure. They could only imagine the terrifying fate that had befallen them in the depths of the forbidden forest. Ada's mother was inconsolable, wandering in the village weeping and calling her daughter's name for weeks. Chidi's father prayed daily at the stone statue, begging the spirit to return his only child safely. But in their heart, they knew their beloved girls were lost forever. The village elders warned this tragedy is what comes from defying disobedience. They made clear no one should ever follow in Ada and Chidi's foolish footsteps. From then on, parents kept close watch over their children, cautioning them that even one careless act of rebellion could mean disaster. The tales of the two girls spread to the neighboring villages as a grim warning. Children were further frightened into obedience. Some even had nightmares of getting lost in the foggy woods and hearing sinister noises. For a long time, there was harsh talk of the forbidden place whenever children gathered. Some even dared each other to touch their border stones. But everyone was too shaken by the ghastly fate of the once fearless Ada and Chidi to directly disobey their parents and elders again. Their names became synonymous with the dangers of youthful stubbornness and reckless adventure. The forest's dark mystery had claimed two young lives, and the village would never be the same. Years later, on a sunny morning much like the one the girls had vanished, a young hunter named Abiola decided to search for herbs at the forest edge. As he walked along the border stone, a strange glint caught his eye. Crouching down, he patted the grass and gasped in shock. Nestled there were two pendants attached to woven necklaces, one with a carving of the sun, another of the moon. They matched the description of the necklaces Ada and Chidi had worn. Abiola's mind raced as he clutched the pendant, glancing fearfully towards the dark tree line. Had the spirit released this pendant to lure others into their clutches? Or had the girls still been alive when the necklaces were lost? Heart pounding, Abiola slipped the pendant into his pocket and sprinted back to the village. The mystery of the forbidden place had never left the conscience of Amawa village. Now, with the discovery of these two pendants that may have belonged to poor Ada and Chidi, the elders whispered this could be an omen. Had the spirit finally been appeased, or was it a trick? Either way, the tale of the doomed girls and the mysterious forest would endure, and the truth of what really happened within those trees might never be known. After Abiola presented the pendant to the elders, the personal items were returned to Ada and Chidi's family, bringing them some small comfort after so many years. The village gathered for a ceremony to honor the memories of the two vibrant, promising young lives lost. As stories of the girls' exploits and adventures were fondly recalled, there were both laughter and tears. The elder who led the ceremony concluded with a moral reminder. Disobedience born of youth pride and a sense of immortality carries great risks. No adventure is worth losing one's life and causing such lasting anguish to loved ones. He implored the young ones to heed the warnings of their elders, who want to protect them from harm. The desires that drive us to rebel and seek thrills are fleeting, but the consequences can be permanent. Ada and Chidi's tragic fate must not be forgotten, so that others may live long, full lives at peace with themselves and their community. What do you think? The moral of this story is clear. We don't have to ignore warnings from elders. Thanks for watching Wrathful Tales. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe for more cool stories. And we will see you on the next thrilling adventure. Bye bye.